Yeah, you can probably hear, you know, the let me get these out of my ear. You can probably hear the I think it's a bus. Let me go check. Yeah, it's an Ypsilanti City bus. Let's see who's getting off. It's dark as a motherfucker out there. It's late as shit at night in Ypsilanti, so you know, like, I got the window open too, so I'm just like, who's getting off the bus? Who's that coming my way? Now I'm on the second or third floor of my building. I don't know, because this building misnumbered its floors like shit. But I'm always careful, you know, the door's locked and everything. You know, I'm always careful. What the fuck was... Did anyone else just hear that? There was a loud bang. I don't know what the fuck that was. Maybe it was just my neighbor, you know, David. David just, you know, he sings by himself. Kind of like, I rap in the shower, like, yo, Soap, you a joke, you know, like I rap in the shower, he sings in the shower, you know, or I sing sad Mexican songs like, mi amor, 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 you know, like, you know, just, you know, or, you know, I sleep in the shower, or I cry in the shower while I'm fully dressed. I'm not even naked or anything. I'm fully dressed in the shower crying or hyperventilating from a nightmare or a PTSD flashback. You know, like, just, you know, I speak in front of some people and I'm afraid to speak in front of them. So then I end up fucking up anyways. I'm afraid of fucking up and then I do fuck up. So then I'm totally traumatized, and every time I hear someone, you know, ask me to speak about something, I have PTSD flashbacks, and I have to go scream and cry in the shower fully clothed. But, yeah. City bus just dropped off right at the corner by my apartment. So today's video is about the racialization of Cesar Chavez. So for all you stupid fucks that don't know who Cesar Chavez is, because you don't know either that the Civil War happened in 1860, not 1916, or that the American Revolution was not in 1875, Cesar Chavez was the leader of the United Farm Workers, which was a farm workers union back during the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Chavez wanted the pay raised for farm workers because they were barely getting by. Chavez fought diligently and made connections with a Filipino farm workers union as well. And by bringing the two together and getting together with the AIO, I think that's what they're called, is that? I don't know, it's the American Union something or other. It's like an American Federation of Unions, AFU, I don't know. You have to look it up. I'd have to look it up. By doing that, Chavez managed to fight for the rights of many different farm workers of various different backgrounds. However, some in the Hispanic community apparently can't just let the dead man rest. They gotta make it about race. Oh, La Raza was saved by Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was great for us. La Raza is doing great. La Raza, La Raza, La Raza, La Raza. Aztec dick in my mouth. Aztec dick in my mouth. Aztec dick in my mouth. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. First off, if you scream that La Raza shit and you're not, you know, joking or ironic, like I do it, but I'm ironic or joking about it. If you genuinely believe in that shit, please go make yourself a bleach cocktail and drink it. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. And by the way, your hero of La Raza, Cesar Chavez, thought you were a dumbass too. Cesar Chavez thought La Raza was one of the dumbest things ever talked about, and that the organization, I'm trying to remember what it was. La Raza Unito? La Raza? La Raza, we're going to call it that. There's a full name for it, but I just know it as La Raza. It's still around today. It's still causing bullshit. They attacked some people at a Trump convention in San Jose. They're fucking stupid. They're completely just... They have the IQ of a monkey. Like, literally, La Raza is Mexican cringe. It's awful. And what's even worse is, you know, it's bad enough when, you know, Chicanos started doing it, but now even other Hispanics are starting to do it. Hell, I heard some Dominican guy talking about La Raza, and I'm like... Bitch, you black. How the fuck you part of La Raza? And he's just like, oh, mi hijo, because I am. How? You know? Like, I hear Puerto Ricans talking about it now. I hear Cubans talking about it. I'm like, bitch, what is this raza you talk about? What is this race? That's what it means. La raza means the race. And they're talking about the brown race, which, by the way, is a made-up social construct. Everyone that knows me knows that I don't believe in that brown race shit for like 1 second. I think it's stupid. I mean, you can't tell from the camera. My skin's slightly tanned. But let me put it this way. If on this camera my skin looks white, then obviously there's something wrong about calling me brown because I'm Puerto Rican. But they don't think that. La raza. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Cesar Chavez was against that shit. You know what else he was against? Illegal immigration. Just like me. You can look it up. You don't believe me. He was against that shit. Why? Because they lower wages. They're used as strike breakers. And it's just fucking wrong. Don't jump the border. Immigrate the right way. Many people do it. So that's the problem. Nowadays, when you talk about immigrating the right way, you get called racist. Number one, I'm Hispanic. I can't be racist against my own race. And I put that in quotations because Hispanic's not even a race. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Like, apparently me and a Dominican dude, and a Mexican dude, and a dude from Peru, and an Argentine are all the same race, even though we look nothing alike. The Argentine dude's got like blonde hair and blue eyes. You know, the Dominican dude's black. The Andean dude is an Indian. The Mexican dude is just, you know, whatever. You know, closest thing of all of them to me. And, you know, but we're all the raza deep down. We're defending the brown race. The brown race that includes people that look white, people that look black, and people that look Native American. So it's a race that looks like many different races, apparently. Chavez was against that. And Chavez didn't fight just for Mexican rights. He fought for all farm workers. He was a union hero, okay? He was not... Yes, he was Hispanic, okay? Yes. But that's like saying George Washington represents a white folk hero. He was a folk hero for all. And hell, he sure as hell didn't work for as many as Cesar Chavez did. Or it's like saying that like Bernie Sanders is a folk hero for Jews, even though Bernie Sanders was fighting for income equality for all people, not just for the Jewish group, but for all Americans. He wanted to fight for all Americans to get everyone their rights. Okay? That's as dumb as you sound. Okay, that's how dumb you sound. So stop with this shit about Cesar Chavez fought for Mexican rights. No, he fought for general union rights. Cesar Chavez didn't just fight for the Mexican farm workers. He fought for the Filipino farm workers and the Oklahoma farm workers too. So he fought for Asian and white people as well as Mexicans out in the field. Okay? He fought for anyone who was a farm worker. And he joined together with the American Trade Union, whatever the association is. Okay, they had a protest out inside of Salinas against the fact that they weren't being paid enough. And you want to know what's funny? Many of the people who were protesting were white, and many of the people who were the managers were Mexican. Isn't that funny? They're like, oh, the white managers don't treat them right. Not all the managers are white. Many of them are Españols, which are, you know, American-born Hispanics whose families have been here for the past several hundred years. Or they're Mexican. They could be Mexican immigrants that took over a farm. Maybe they're rich Mexican immigrants. Ever heard of Esperanza Rising? That book was about a rich girl from Mexico who flees here with nothing but the clothes on her back and becomes a farm worker. But if she had kept the money with her and they'd come here with money, they could have been owning the farm, not working it. Okay? Many of the people I saw protesting were, you know, Mexican descent or Hispanic descent. And many of the people on the other side who were, you know, protesting against, you know, the managers and the head of the farm were, you know, white or Filipino. Cesar Chavez was a hero to anyone in the union movement. Stop trying to claim him for your stupid La Raza bullshit. He didn't even like that shit. Or the illegal immigrant shit. Stop claiming him for that too. That's not what Chavez stood for, you stupid bitch. Stop changing history to fit what you want it to be. You're like these dumb motherfuckers down south who are like, the Confederate flag is actually my heritage. It's not racism or slavery. It represents my heritage. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't know history. You're so unhistorical, it makes me cringe. You make me so mad. Same with you La Raza people. Stop that shit. Okay? You know what La Raza is? Imagination. You're not descended from Aztec, dumbass. The Aztecs died. They've been dead for a while. The Aztecs are gone. Okay? There was only a few thousand Indians left in Mexico. And guess how many Europeans came? Millions. So while you might be part Indian, it's not half. You're way more than half Spanish. Okay? Hell, I did a genetic test with 23andMe. You know what it came back as? The results were that I was 15% African in descent and 10% Native American. So I'm a total of about a quarter Indian and black. The rest of it, for the most part, is Spanish. Although I do have some genetics that may be from Germany originally. I don't know how the fuck that happened. And I also have some genetics that are from the Middle East originally, like North Africa. But for the most part, I'm Spanish in descent, as are most Puerto Ricans, unless you're a black one, or a Native American Puerto Rican, which is few and far between. The Tanos died. But even if you are descended from a Native American in Mexico, even if you are a Native American Mexican, your chances of being an Aztec are so slim because most of the natives are not Aztecs. There's 100 or more tribes in Mexico. The Aztecs are one of a few. There's some Maya. The Maya are down in like Oaxaca. Oaxaca's got them, but nowhere else does, I don't think. Or maybe the Yucatan Peninsula. I don't know if anywhere else has them, you know. So like, you're probably descended from like the Imihi tribe, the Ibihi tribe, you know, some random tribe of Indians in the middle of nowhere, and it's like 5% of your DNA or 10%. Okay? For the most part, you're not a brave Aztec warrior. You're a dumb motherfucker who is living in a fantasy world where you're a brave Aztec warrior wearing a leopard skin. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to be an Aztec that you're not. Stop trying to pretend that you're descended from the Aztecs. I know it sounds noble, but that's not, you know, it's not the case when you realize, number one, the Aztecs were cannibals. Number two, they were savages. Number three, they did not make that civilization. They took over the ruins of the Toltecs Empire after the Toltecs disappeared, just like the Mayas did. Okay? You know why Hernando Cortez, why he said fuck you and blew them away? Because they killed and cannibalized several of his men. If I was Hernando Cortez, I'd come with the guns too and shoot them. Fuck that. You're going to eat people I know. I'm going to eat your whole empire up. I'm going to take all your gold. I'm going to tear down your pyramids. I'm going to fuck you up. And I'm going to teach you a lesson about fucking with me. Okay? Hernando Cortez was the first Hispanic to say hello to my little friend before Tony Montana. Hundreds of years before Tony Montana, hundreds of years before Scarface, Cortez was the first one to say, you should have known not to fuck with me. Okay, it goes back in our DNA, people not fucking with us. Okay, but stop it. Stop this little Raza shit. It's not fucking cute. It makes people want to puke. It's stupid. You look like corny as hell when you're waving the Native American flag and you're so obviously not a Native American. Like, you know, who are you fooling? Most Mexicans I see don't look Native American at all. You know what they look like? You want to know what I think most Mexicans look like? They look like white people with their heads shaved and with mustaches. Okay? Now in our country, I've explained before that people don't think of Hispanics as white, so, you know, we're not looked at that way. But even if people don't look at us that way, guess what race we're part of, dumbass? The Caucasian race. And guess where our ancestors came from? Spain. That's in Europe. We're Europeans originally in descent. We may be somewhat mixed, but for the most part, we're European in descent. Okay? You know, like, there was some Mexican woman that had a DNA test. She was like 70% Spanish in descent. Or look at what's her name? Shakira. Shakira's like, I think she's half Lebanese or something. She's half Lebanese, half Spanish, or Colombian anyways. But she looks like a white person. Why? Because we're Caucasian. There's only like 3 races in the world, I hope you realize. There's black, white, and Asian. Native Americans are just an extension of the Asian race. We're just an extension of the Caucasian race from Europe. Hell, we are European. As always, peace the fuck out. And remember, Cesar Chavez did not die for you to be a bitch. Okay? He died for your rights as a